Welcome to Sheer Pod Attack, a Queen song by song podcast.
Today's song is Mad the Swine.
Welcome to the show. I'm Stephen Nicholson.
And I'm Paul Nicholson.
We're brothers from Edinburgh, Scotland, and our favourite band is Queen. Thanks for joining us as we take a weekly look at the band's music by picking a song to critique in chronological order of release. Today we're talking about a track that never made the original release of the band's debut, Mad the Swine.
They call me Mad the Swine. I guess I'm Mad the Swine. I've come to save you.
So before we hear some facts about the song, let's rate Mad the Swine, Paul. Top, middle or lower tier Queen, what say you?
Top.
Oh my goodness, you're going top. I would go mid. And here's a question for you all out there in podcast land. In what year did the band officially release this 1972 song for the first time? Was it 1974, 1982 or 1991? Answer at the end of the show. In fact, you might well hear the answer before we get there when we talk about it.
I lost my shoe.
Okay, time for the facts. Nothing but the facts. Paul, tell us about Mad the Swine.
Okay, Mad the Swine is the fourth track on the 2024 version of the band's debut album, Queen 1. It was produced by Roy Thomas Baker, John Anthony and the band. It was written by the band's frontman, Freddie Mercury. It is featured on several releases, including the CD single release of Headlong in 1991, the same year on the Hollywood Records CD reissue of Queen, the bonus disc of the 2011 Queen remaster, and on 2024's Queen 1, as we said.
What is Brian May's favourite Queen song? Off the top of my head, it's the combination of Rock You Champions, I think, because I'm going to call that one song for now, because it was conceived almost as one song. You know, half of it was written by me, half of it was written by Freddie, but really it was a response to this feeling that we should involve the audience and we should change our view of how we perform to let the audience in. So Rock You Champions is my favourite, I would say.
So Paul, when did you first hear the song?
So I first heard this, a lot of these will be the same answers. First heard the song when you got the Headlong CD single.
That's right, yeah. I remember buying Headlong and thought, what's this extra track here, Mad the Swine? And then was reading and like, oh, it's something from their early years.
Yeah, Hidden Gem.
And what did you think of the song? Yeah, absolute hidden gem.
Just really good, just a nice sort of gentle song. But because I was sort of wondering why they didn't put it on the album, but I wonder if it's because there's too much sort of religious stuff, like with they've got Jesus, that song will come up. I wondered if they just felt there was too much of that. I don't know if that's the reason why I felt it just was a bit too...
Apparently, it was to do, they were dissatisfied with the recording.
Yeah, it's funny because I think it could have fitted on the album really well.
Yeah, I mean, it's an absolute treat to get a new Queen song from the archives back on that CD single Headlong, and for the song to be really good as well. And my first thought really was, why did they not have this on the debut album? Certainly good enough, and it's better than something like, say, Jesus. And so really glad they reinstated it into the running order on last year's Queen 1 release. It almost feels like it's finally been put back in its rightful place for everyone to hear it. And I think, you know, like most of the material in the band's debut, its lyrics lean very heavily into biblical and religious iconography, you know, with Mad Swine being a Christ-like figure, and, you know, talking about people gathering around to praise the Lord, you know, with others are deriding him as a madman. And I think musically the song's maybe not as complex as other material on the debut album, which is why maybe I think it is so appealing. It's relatively straightforward, you know, relatively simple chord progressions. You've got Roger Taylor's bongos on there. You've got predominantly acoustic guitar based as well. There's just some nice electric guitar on it, but it's not very prominent. Nice vocal from Freddie Mercury. Got a catchy chorus, and it's a relatively short song as well. So what's not to like?
It's quite light, isn't it? You know, all the other songs, there's like quite a lot going on, like time changes, but it's just quite light.
Yeah, just a nice kind of pop rock song, really. What's your favourite moments on it?
I like how it goes into the verses and it like the chorus neck, it goes slow and then it builds up again. I really like the slow part of it. The melody, it's really good. Like just on the cymbal when Freddie's singing, it's just a nice melody. Nice little hook there.
I woke up on the water just as before.
I always really like Roger's bongos during the kind of very understated Brian May guitar solo. However, which is a shame, on the 2024 mix, they've been buried a bit, which is a real shame. I actually think it sounded better on the 91 release, where you could hear that quite clearly. But yeah, really nice harmonies on the chorus, and the fade out towards the end as well, as the song comes to a close. It actually kind of reminded me a bit of Queen 2's Seven Seas of Rye, which was quite nice as well. And like everything else on the band's debut, there's various versions of the song available out there. You've got the 1991 mix, the 2024 one, the Trident Take 3, and the backing track version. Out of all of them, what's your favourite?
Maybe probably the 91 mix, just because that was the first one that you heard at the time. So yeah,
I'm with you. Because Roger's bongos are higher in the mix, which for me always made the song quite unique. There wasn't another Queen song where you had that. I think the Trident Take 3 with guide vocal, and the best part of that is just funny to hear Brian May talking before they start recording the song, and he's got a much broader accent than we're used to, and he even swears. How dare he?
Does he call him Coltara or something?
Yeah, and you got Freddie calling Brian Brizey. And another nice one about that Trident Take 3 is John Deacon's bass is heard more clearly in that version. So yeah, it's a nice curio to have of a work in progress. Not essential, but it's nice. But the 91 mix is the best one for me.
Subscribe and follow us on social media.
So earlier in the show, we asked you the question, in what year did the band officially release Mad the Swine? And if you've been listening to the show carefully, you will know the answer is 1991.
So basically, I just want to be happy and make a lot of money and buy a lot of things.
Oh, we're coming to the end of side one of the band's debut, when we take a look next week at the final track on side A, which is My Fairy King. Fan of that tune?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's funny how it feels like, certainly this album, it's been reevaluated, because I think years ago, even when we first heard it, it wasn't really that well thought of, really. But as the years have went on, it's seen as, it's much more appreciated. So, no, I'm looking forward to doing My Fairy King.
Yeah, definitely. It's an excellent album, and My Fairy King is very much a pointer to what the band would do on Queen 2, that kind of style of song. So yeah, looking forward to discussing it. So, thanks for listening, and we hope you return next week to join us as we talk about My Fairy King. Until then, take care.